Hey folks, Ian Robson here with the Fishing Experiment. Today we're doing an MTB slam, or Mystery Tackle Box slam, for the month of July. Now fishing in the Rideau Canal has been a little slow, but I'm going to try it anyways. So we're actually trying two things now that I think about it. We're also trying a special kind of knot called an FG knot, which is a connecting knot between your braided line and your monofilament. So in this case I have a 50-pound braid going to 20-pound monofilament, which is pretty overkill for most things here, but that's what I have on my rod right now because it's my frogging rod basically. It's the only bait caster I have. So anyways, we're going to start off with this little guy right here, the crankbait. The reason why we're going to start off with that is because there's only a few areas where I could fish this easily without getting hung up like every 20 seconds. There's a bridge just behind me. I'm going to try and fish for a bit and see if I can't get something there. So I'll put a link in the top right hand corner for a video to the FG knot. It's actually kind of difficult to tie, but I guess once you get used to it, it's not so bad. But I found it kind of difficult. A bit more difficult than a double uni knot. But anyways, so I'm going to give it a go today. We'll see how it goes. And also put a link in the top right hand corner if you want to check out the unboxing for July's Mystery Tackle Box. Alright, let's see if we can't catch some fish. Alright, so we're going to go with the little jig a try. What I'm going to do is going to take the salamander that we got. I'm going to stick it on the back as a bit of a trailer, and we'll see if that works. And then hopefully we can get two birds with one stone, so to speak. Let's see if we can't do something. Crankbait. Didn't get anything on it. Like I said before, it's been a bit slow in the canal, so it might be part of it. Alright, let's see if we can't get something done. Alright, so that's what it looks like in the end, and we'll see if we can't catch them. Fish on! Oh yeah. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, a nice little bass. Nice. Oh yeah. Look at that. On the jig. Nice work. That's like, I think that's actually my first bass. I think it's actually my first bass on the jig. There you go. First bass on the jig. Nice, let's get a little picture. Apparently, this little body of water is where the fish are today. There we go. Put this little guy back. Give you guys a nice little view here. He's good to go. Nice. Let's try that one more time, see if we can't get another. I think it'd be too much to ask if we get a second one. Just when you get weeds on it like that. That's two down actually, now I think about it. That's the jig and the salamander now. Now we just need the worm, I guess, and that crankbait. Alright, so what I got here is I got the Bass Munitions big old worm, and I got a Gamakatsu 5/0 EWG hook. I'm going to put them together. There's one other thing I should use is the tungsten weight, which is in the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of weight further back on this guy and maybe like kind of like a Carolina rig, and we'll see what happens. Fish on! Another little bass here on the wacky rig on that Bass Munitions. Nice! Look at that, that's a nice one, holy smokes. I don't know how big that is, but that's a nice little bass. Chunky little guy too. Look at that. Chunky. Let's get a picture of that guy. There we go. There we go, nice. That's a nice little fish right there. Bass Munitions right there, so that's what? 3 of them now. Let's put this guy back here. Well, he's ready to go. Alright folks, quick little recap. So we've caught 2 nice fish so far. We caught one on the wacky rig with that Bass Munitions worm. Don't think it's supposed to be used that way, but hey, it caught a fish, so I'm happy with that. And the other fish we caught was on that jig, and we have the salamander on that jig too, so that's 3 so far. So the other thing we need to use right now is the crankbait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about what we did today and I'm gonna just put the crankbait on, and if I catch something, I'll put it in the video. If I don't, then you know I didn't. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about is the FG knot that we tried today. One of the things I really like about the FG knot is the fact that it goes through your guides really easily. It takes a little bit of practice to do, but I find it worked a little bit better than the double uni knot I've been using before. So FG knot, a little bit more difficult to tie, but I have micro guides on my my rod, and it actually goes through them fairly easily. I put about like 2 feet or so of monofilament on, and it seems to be all right with that FG knot. So definitely recommend trying it out. Practice it at home because it does take a little bit of practice to get used to that. It's more difficult than it really should be, but it does work well. It's like a braid essentially. You're braiding 2 lines together, but it does work really well. The other thing we did was we were using, to catch that last fish, we were using Wacky Rig, Bass Ammunitions, with an EWG hook, which is a suggestion from Bass Fishing Jersey. It works really well, actually. You get pretty good hookup ratio, especially with the bigger fish. It works really well. Another fish we caught was on that jig. I forget what the jig's called, but it's actually a football jig. It's supposed to be used as dragging along the bottom, but I just used it with as a swim jig essentially, and I caught that fish. It was like a brown with orange in it. Worked really well with a salamander. So that's it for me for today, folks. And like I said, if we do catch a fish on that crankbait, I'll put it in the end of the video. If not, my name is Ian Rops, and I hope you enjoyed the fishing experiment, doing another slam here on the Rideau Canal. And catch you guys later. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more experimentation. Fish on! Yes! Nice! There you go, folks. Last one taken care of here. Once again. Nice. There you go. Another little fish right there. Nice little bass. There you go, that little crankbait. Nice. Let's get a little picture with it. And we'll go from there.